Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jess and I'm going to be doing a 3-day egg fast. Am I crazy, or we'll just have to wait and find out after the end of the 3 days how I feel and if I will ever do one again. But first, what is an egg fast? Why am I doing it? And what did I meal prep? Well, let's get into the video. So the first thing I want to do is tell you guys that this is in collaboration with my friend Erin over at Erin Does the Keto. I've known Erin for a few years now. Actually, I met her right after I started my YouTube channel, which has been almost over 3 years now, just a few months past my 3-year YouTube anniversary. And she was doing Weight Watchers at the time, found her channel, befriended her, and yeah, now she does keto and so do I. So she has been someone that has really been helping me since I started this keto journey. So I hope you guys will go over and give her some love on her channel. I will have her linked, I think it's on this side, linked up there. So go check out her channel. She's also doing this egg fast with me, obviously, since it's a collaboration. If you're new here, sometimes I stumble over my words, sometimes I say words wrong, and sometimes I have no filter. So I hope you guys are okay with that. Anyway, if you are here, welcome to my channel. If you're coming over from Erin's channel, please let me know down in the comment section because I would love to welcome you to my little community over here. So first off, egg fast. What is an egg fast? Why an egg fast? So people do egg fasts for various reasons. From what I could find, most people do it, they call it kind of the stall breaker. So if you are on a weight loss plateau and you've done everything right and you just cannot figure out why you're not losing, and so they do an egg fast. So this sometimes will stall their, and from what I tell, it has a really, really high success rate of stopping people's weight loss plateaus when they're on keto. I don't know if it's only a keto thing. Let me know down in the comment section. It seemed to be, when I was looking up, it was really always talking about keto, because this seems to also, another reason why people do it is it gets you into ketosis faster if you have been off track. Or sometimes it looks like people do it to even like ease themselves into keto. So like if they're just starting keto for the first time, they will start off with an egg fast. So that was something else I saw on a couple of different blogs. So anyway, also a lot of people seem to be doing it when I was reading some of these things on Instagram and on Facebook and some of the Facebook groups, that people do it just when they're feeling off balance and they've been kind of off track, not necessarily off keto, but just kind of off track with their macros, and this seems to kind of rein them in and get back on track. And that is exactly why I'm doing it. If you guys are one of my followers and been around for a while, you know that August was pretty much a terrible month. And if you want to hear all about the month of August, I will have my life update right up there. I know I was under eating because I was not eating that much because since I wasn't tracking, so I know I wasn't hitting my protein, I wasn't hitting my fats, and I feel the best when I'm hitting my protein goal and I am hitting my fat goal and I'm staying under my carbs. I always feel my best when I'm doing that. So I really have to be balanced for me to feel really good. And so I'm hoping that that's what this egg fast will do for me, is just kind of get me back on track. I'm going to track this whole time. I really couldn't find a lot of information if people typically track when they're doing the egg fast. I don't think you really need to. I'm gonna have my notes here because I don't want to forget anything, because you all know how I can be. So what is an egg fast? In short, it's really just a diet that primarily consists of eggs, cheese, and like some sort of fat source. So butter, oil, like your coconut oil you can use, just some sort of pure fat source. You can use mayo, that kind of thing. So there's many posts out there with rules. So I asked Erin, like, okay, I've been probably driving her crazy with all my questions, like, can we eat this? Can we have this? Can we have this? Because I've been seeing so many things out there. And so we have definitely agreed on it wasn't like a big deal because we're pretty much alike when it comes to things like that. And it was really easy for us to agree on what we were wanting to do for the rules. So, but I also found a set of rules that really kind of went along with that, because I want to give you guys the kind of, besides just like what we agreed upon, just kind of these full set of rules. And I found this one that really kind of follows along with what we kind of had said. So, but I want to read these all to you. So of course, number one, eggs must be the main source of fat and protein. So that's the whole point of it. Number 2, 1 tablespoon of healthy fat per egg eaten. So like if you're making like say 2 fried eggs, you want to try to use 2 tablespoons of butter. Seems like a lot of butter, so we'll just see how things go. You probably could add in something maybe into the eggs if you want to do in lieu of the 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm not sure, but that's what it says. 3, eat an egg within 30 minutes upon waking. That part I cannot do because I take a thyroid pill in the morning, and my doctor has always told me try not to eat anything within an hour of taking that pill. And plus I'm not like super hungry right when I wake up in the morning. However, we'll get to one of the rules that kind of like tells you it doesn't matter, you need to eat anyway. So number 4, egg meals should ideally be eaten 3 hours apart and no more than 5 hours apart. This is also gonna be hard for me because I get up so early because I do so much before I go to work. I do a lot of my YouTube stuff in the mornings, editing and things like that. And so I usually get up about 4:30, but I'm usually not hungry to eat at the earliest until 6 or 6:30 or even when after I get to work. So it'll be interesting to see how I do this. Today is technically day 1, and so I did eat this morning, but I haven't eaten anything yet because I've been meal prepping and getting ready to make this video, and so I've already I need to eat something. So I'm trying to think of on a normal day. If only one of these days this week is gonna be a work day. That's the day that I'm worried about the rule of like the 3 hours and the 5 hours. Because if I get to work at 7, so if I eat before I leave, and then I don't get my lunch until noon, so that's like 5 hours right there. And then I don't get home from work until 5, so there's another 5 hours. So one of the things that I read on there though is if anything, just have a hard-boiled egg and just eat it. So that's what I plan on doing, is just bringing some extra hard-boiled eggs, and then if I need to, if I feel like it's been too long since I've eaten, and then I'll eat an egg. Because I think it's about keeping your blood sugars level. I'm not sure, I don't know really the point of that. I couldn't really find out what that was about. So if you know, let me know down in the comment section. It says follow the eating schedule even if you're not hungry, eat at least 1 egg. So that's what I was talking about, is I'm just gonna keep some hard-boiled eggs with me, and then I can just grab one of those if I know my lunch isn't gonna be, till later. Number 6, up to 1 ounce of cheese per egg eaten. Now, and this is something that me and Erin both had said, was 1 egg, 1 tablespoon of fat, and 1 ounce of cheese. That would be, for every egg, 1 tablespoon of fat and 1 ounce of cheese. Some of the blogs say only 4 ounces of cheese a day. Some say 6 ounces of cheese a day. Some say, it just depends. And it's really going to depend on you and what your body can handle as far as the dairy. Some people stall if they eat too much dairy. For me, that's never happened. And so my body handles dairy really well. So I'm just going to kind of go with the flow and see what happens. Number 7, eat a minimum of 6 eggs daily. So I think they're thinking 3 meals a day, 2 eggs per meal, which I think I'll probably end up eating more. We'll just see what happens. This morning I had a 3-egg omelet because I knew it'd probably be later before I'd eat lunch. That was before I kind of read all the rules and heard about the time thing, but we'll just roll with it. Eggs will be local pasteurized, loaded with omega-3 fatty acids and natural vitamin D. So you guys know, when I first started this journey, I was only using the Happy eggs and the Vital Farms eggs. But then when, the month of August hit, I had to be on a budget because August sucked. But basically, I have to really watch my money right now. And so I just went to, using the cheap eggs that you can get at like Walmart or wherever, But for this, I decided I was going to go ahead and pick up the Vital Farms, and they only had 1 package of those at my store. They're out of the Happy eggs because they were on sale. my Walmart doesn't carry any of those types of eggs, so I went ahead and picked up some of the Simple Truth, organic, cage-free, free-range eggs, which I think will be fine. So number 9, put 3 hours between you and food and bed. That'll be fine for me with these days because, today is Sunday, but tomorrow's Labor Day, so I have tomorrow off. So I'll probably be going to bed pretty dang late, probably midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. So that means stopping eating, at 8 or 9. So no problem with that at all. And even tomorrow night, we typically eat dinner on Sundays, or Sundays, the day before we go back to work, usually around 6 o'clock. And so, I'll go to bed by 9:30, 10 o'clock. So probably 10 o'clock. So I would need to stop eating by 7. So again, no problem. I'll just, you know, be aware of the time. And with this diet being so simple, it's not like you have this big meal you have to create or anything. Another thing, which me and Erin agree upon, up to 3 cans of diet soda allowed daily. So we were talking about drinks. So I believe she picked up some of that Zevia. And for me, it's gonna be my energy drink. It is basically a diet soda because there's no sugar in there or anything. And it says aim for 1 can or less daily, but the rule says 3 cans of diet soda allowed daily. So we're good there. Number 12, minimal to normal use of condiments, herbs, spices, and seasoning allowed per egg. So that means like taco sauces, sriracha, like the red hot, what I used today, the Frank's red hot sauce, that. But it says keep it to a minimum. So of course, you know, you're not going to use a whole lot. I want to pick up some Tabasco. I forgot to pick that up. I think that would be amazing on the eggs. And then number 13, up to 2 teaspoons of fiber allowed per day, like for example, the whole psyllium husks, which I did see a couple recipes that use that, but I don't plan on using that. So the only other thing that me and Erin talked about was that we were gonna allow ourselves to have cream in our coffee because you guys, no one wants to deal with me without me having my coffee, and I can't drink it without cream. We've all tried. We all know that I just can't do that. And I really would not be a happy camper, and I probably just would not do very good on this whole 3 days without it. I believe she's using nut pods and I will be using half and half or heavy cream. So that will be what's in my coffee. And really that's kind of a source of healthy fat too. So that's what I will be using. And so of course, you know, you guys, because of who I am and, you know, the type A personality that I am, I had to plan out my entire week. I ended up filling in most, or not entire week, my entire like 3 days. I ended up filling in most of the days. But there's a few days I don't have filled in. I mean, a couple meals I don't have filled in, but I feel pretty confident that we will be okay with that. So I want to talk about what I prepped. I was going to do a whole separate video on the prepping, but I think I'm just going to add it in this one. So this video will be a little bit long, but I'll try to shorten it up as best as I can. So what did I prep for this whole thing? First up, I prepped some hard-boiled eggs. So you guys know I make the eggs in my Instant Pot. I used the 5-5-5 method, 5 minutes on the steamed vegetables, 5 minutes natural release, and at least 5 minutes in an ice bath. Logically, really, honestly, it sits in the ice bath until I'm done with whatever else I'm working on. So it sits in there for quite a while. But these peel so easily. I cannot tell you guys how well they peel when they come out of the Instant Pot. Well, you'll be able to see. I'll put a video up here. You'll see how fast they peel. They are so easy. So with those hard-boiled eggs, I plan on just eating them. Also plan on making some egg salad, which is what I did. So normally, of course, on my egg salad, I would put a lot more than just mayo, but that's what I'm doing. And I'm using the Best Foods mayo. For those of you on the East Coast, that's Hellman's mayo. It's the same thing. For some reason on the West Coast, we call it Best Foods. I don't know why they do that, but it's the same logo and everything. Anywho, so I am putting in, I have the eggs in there along with the mayo, and I'm putting seasonings in there. I think I'm gonna end up using like some onion powder, some pepper, and I think that was all I put in there. And mixing that up, and that'll be my egg salad. I plan on serving those with some truffles, which I'll show you what I did for truffles. But anyway, I plan on eating, those are 2 servings of the egg salad that you're seeing here. So that will be 2 of my meals. So I also made some deviled eggs. So you'll see here again, I normally would put a little bit more with my deviled eggs, but I didn't have a lot to choose from. So I'm gonna go ahead and just use mayo. I probably, since it said use like condiments, I maybe been able to use mustard. I don't know. I didn't see anybody that used mustard in any other stuff. So I just used mayo, pretty much the same seasonings I used with the egg salad, and just, you know, crushed up those yolks with the mayo and the seasoning and made myself some deviled eggs. So again, this is 2 servings of deviled eggs, and I plan on just having these again with maybe a truffle on the side or something like that. I found an egg fast compliant egg loaf. Now, if you guys may remember when I first started keto, I did do a whole egg loaf and I absolutely loved it and did like French toast. So I plan on kind of doing that same thing, but I found this one that did not have coconut flour in there. So in my bowl, I am adding in 8 eggs, 4 tablespoons of melted butter, 8 ounces of cream cheese, and a 1/4 cup of the golden monk fruit sweetener, some vanilla extract, and some cinnamon. So the cream cheese did not mix up very well in this. Like it was, I think next time I have to soften it. I don't remember how much cream cheese was in the other egg loaf I made, so maybe that's the difference. I don't know, but it did not want to, like, it did not want to mix up very well, but they still came out okay. I'm not too worried about it, but you blend it up, and then I am going ahead and put those into my Pampered Chef brownie pan, which I have sprayed with a little bit of cooking spray. And they, like I said, they turned out okay despite the cream cheese not blending up. So I'll let you guys know, like when I eat these, if the cream cheese like added, you know, any kind of weird like texture to it or anything. But what I plan on doing is slicing these up. I'll eat 3 of them. 3 of them are a serving, which is equivalent to 2 eggs. And I'll just cut these up, dice them up, and saute them in a little bit of butter in a pan. You guys will see that because I'll be filming all my meals. So it sounds really, really good, and they smelled really yummy, so I have high hopes for these. I also mixed up a batch of the 2-ingredient pancakes. Mine are a little bit more than 2 ingredients, but the main ingredients are you simply blend up 4 ounces of cream cheese, 4 eggs, and then I added a dash of vanilla and a dash of cinnamon to that as well. So I'm just gonna store it in my little container here when I'm ready to have them, and I may or may not use some sugar-free syrup with them. Some people, it looks like they do use sugar-free syrup during their egg fast, so we'll just see what I'm in the mood for. I may just use some melted butter and just go with that. So we'll see what I'm in the mood for. And now for the chaffles. For some reason, I had chaffle disaster today. I don't know what was going on. I think I was just trying to rush, and it was hot, and I was, you know, it's so hot here. It's so hot. Where's fall? I don't need fall. I need fall here now. And I wasted some of the really expensive eggs that I bought. Anyway. So I thought I was being creative by mixing up a batch of buffalo blue cheese chaffles. So I put some buffalo sauce into the mixture. So I did 1 egg, some shredded cheese. I used 1 tablespoon of mayo because I read on another blog that they use mayo to add a little bit of the extra fat and lessen up the amount of cheese you put in there. And then I also put some buffalo, not buffalo sauce, it's actually Frank's Red Hot sauce. It's not the buffalo sauce. Stirred that up, and then here's where I thought I was being creative. I bought those blue cheese slices at Grocery Outlet. You might have saw it in my grocery haul. I will link my grocery haul up here. So I put one of those slices down on the waffle maker, added in the cheese egg mixture, which I overfilled it, which I always do. And it was a complete fail. And it was a stinky, stinky mess. Like, it smelled so bad. I got so much grief from my family. So I'm the only one in my family likes blue cheese. That's probably part of it, but it smelled so bad, you guys. It complete fail. Tried it again with the rest of the mixture. Again, fail. So what I ended up doing was just making another batch with just the Red Hot sauce in there and the cheese and the egg. And I just ended up failing again with one of them. I don't know what's going on. It's like my waffle maker was super, super hot today, and there's no setting on there. But then I got one to work. So we'll have a buffalo chaffle that I will just melt a slice of that blue cheese on there, and I'll just serve it with one of my egg dishes, either the deviled eggs or like the egg salad or something. And then I did what else did I do? I have my notes here. Oh, I wanted to make like a garlic cheesy bread, like a garlic bread chaffle. So in my bowl I have 1 egg. I have mozzarella cheese this time, and I added in some garlic powder, some onion powder, some Italian herbs, and some pepper. And this mixture smelled amazing. Again, I had a fail on it, but I got 2 of them at least out of this. I got 2 of them to work, and they smell so good, you guys. So good. They smell so good. I cannot wait to have these. What I'll end up doing with these is I'm gonna melt some butter, add some garlic powder to that butter, and just brush it on the toasted chaffle. So I'll just toast the chaffles in my toaster and just spread that, you know, butter mixture on there. Oh, I cannot wait. And then just serve that again on the side of one of my egg dishes. And then I just made a couple of other chaffles, which I overfilled. I need to like use a measuring cup for it, obviously. I don't know why I didn't think about that after like the 3rd or 4th chaffle fail. I have no idea. But I just made some regular ones with cheddar cheese and the egg, and they came out fantastic. I'll be using these either for a grilled cheese or just anything else. But I think I'm gonna do like a grilled cheese for dinner one night, and I'll use these chaffles for that. So that was pretty much it. The only other thing I wanted to make was going to be an egg fast Alfredo sauce, but when I looked at the recipe, it was so super simple. So I think the night I have this for dinner, I will just show you guys how I make it. I plan on just serving the Alfredo sauce over like an omelet. I thought, why not? That sounds pretty good, right? Kind of weird, but hey, that's what this is all about. It's just trying something new and just seeing how our body reacts. So that is everything that I prepped. I feel really good and ready to go, and my mind's at ease that I can do this. I'm just really excited that I have Erin for support. We're gonna check in with each other, and we talk pretty much every day anyway, so this will be just fantastic to be doing this with her. Again, check out her channel and subscribe to her and support her. And yeah, so just stay tuned this week. I will have every day, I'm gonna film every day that I'm eating, so, and then I'll do a results video, tell you guys what my weight loss was after the 3 days, how I feel, if I'm just ready to go. One of the things is I'm not gonna have any other meal prep video up this week. Normally I would, but as I was reading some of these blogs about the egg fast, they said to be really careful when you go back into regular eating. And one of the things I had planned this week was the Just Like the Real Thing lasagna, but that is like tomato sauce and meat, and there's so much going on in that recipe that I thought, you know what, it's probably way too much to reintroduce into my body after doing the egg fast. So I'm just gonna keep it simple with stuff I already have in the freezer. I have some of that blackened chicken, and I'll just do some chicken salads, and I have some sausages I can cook up, just some sausages. So I'm just gonna keep it simple for the rest of the week, and then next week I can just go back to normal. So anyway, stay tuned for my daily vlogs of what I'm eating during my egg fast and the results, and I can't wait to see how this works out. So I will talk to you guys in the next video. Please subscribe if you have not already done so. Give me a thumbs up if you like these kind of videos, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye guys.